Well, good morning everybody, hope you are well. Now I don't know about you, but for me I like to get my potatoes in the ground around St Patrick's Day, which was yesterday, and that's what we're going to do today. First of all, peel back the weed suppressing membrane so we can see what we've got under here. Now there are still a few weeds, but they are pretty shaded out, so we're just going to run the hoe through these quickly, try and get rid of some of these weeds. That way we can then get our potatoes in this ground. Now I placed the weed suppressing membrane down a few weeks ago for several reasons. One, to suppress any weeds that are going to pop up, but two, to warm the soil up so that it's a little bit warmer for planting out our potatoes. Now, I'm not too worried about getting rid of all these weeds, in all honesty, because as potatoes grow, they will shade out a lot of these weeds, as well as when we mulch these soils, we're going to end up adding more compost to shade a lot of these out as well. So let's get rid of these bits. So there's got the bed now ready to get the potatoes in. Now these potatoes have been chitting for quite a while, and well, what I basically do, the first bed will be the first earlies, the second bed the second earlies, and the third bed the main crop. And what I'm using to plant out the potatoes is a bulb planter. Just take a simple, or dig a simple hole with a bulb planter, drop a potato in. Nice and easy. So without much ado, let's get on with it. Well, that has got the first earlies in. There's two varieties I've planted, and they are Rocket and Maris Bard. Now I've given about 30 centimetres space between each plant, which I find to be about right. Unless you want the really big potatoes, then you probably need 45 centimetres. But yeah, they are in. I'm now going to do the second early, which are Home Guard and Acoustic, and much the same as I've just done. Well, that's the second earlies in now, so on to the main crops, of which I'm planting out Maris Piper, which is a fish chip shop favourite potato, and Sarpe Myra, a blight resistant variety. We do suffer quite a bit from blight, so I find by growing a blight resistant variety we seem to avoid that. Now, unlike the other two beds, this bed's, as you can probably see, is very much the clay soil that we have here. Hasn't had much in the way of compost added to it over the years, and what has been added to it gets sucked into the ground. So what I'm going to be doing, of course, as potatoes grow, we cover them over with more compost to grow them. So that way you get more potatoes, but also you don't get green potatoes. So that's going to be the plan here. I'm also, because these are main crops, I'm giving them a slightly bigger area or space between the plants to grow, so that they get a bit more room and therefore should produce bigger potatoes. When it comes to main crops, I think it's a bit more important to try and get bigger potatoes so that they last longer. Well, all 3 beds are now planted with my potatoes. There's 6 varieties of potatoes that have gone in. We're going to grow some Charlotte potatoes at home, but more on that on a later date. We still have a few leftover seed potatoes as well. Now, by the side of my greenhouse, I've got an area which has always been pretty difficult for weeds. So I've got these large concrete circular, I don't know what to call them, drainage pipes. I'm thinking in the future I'm going to plant some of those potatoes into there to try and get rid of the weeds at the same time. Potatoes, I find, especially with the couch grass that we have here, it's really good for eliminating potatoes. Well, that's it for this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one.